Chill motherfucking lows, ladies and gents. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and as you know, fresh out the motherfucking theaters here. Just got done witnessing the film called Weapons, and man, this movie exceeded my expectations, and just went wildy with it, like straight up motherfucking wildy with it. This film like kind of gave me a little cross between Hereditary, Children of the Corn, and then some of the scenes just like dragged me to hell vibes even. Like, this shit was wild. It was wild. The story unfolded like goddamn Pulp Fiction and shit, with the, structured style of, allowing us to piece every single story together of every single characters and their perspectives and whatnot. The villain was downright just devious, just evil as could be, bro. Like, the real, like, central concept of this film was executed with just precision. Like, oh my, bro. The film alone just gave a cloud of mystery just hanging over it. As you're just, like, trying to piece everything together and put it into place. It was just like, it was wild. And by the time the ending came, it just lands so perfectly that you're just stuck in like pure just confusion, distraught, and like, what the hell? Like, what did you just experience type of shit. The atmosphere was intense. The pacing was tight. Like, this film was wild. It was fucking wildy. Now, yes, it did have some flaws to where it makes my ranking go down just a little bit. Because if it wasn't for the flaws, this movie would have been a 10 out of 10. 100%. But, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give it a solid 8. If upon a rewatch, maybe 8.5. But I'm gonna have to give it an 8. It was just a few elements like of mystery that remained unsolved. I don't know if it was like intentionally or, left open just for us to have some type of interpretation of our own as viewers, in the audience, but that was the real big dilemma for me right there. That was a big factor. And then some of the backstories of some of the characters, I felt like, this wasn't necessary. Like, I don't know, man. It kind of made me feel like it was just not needed. It was not needed, and it was just not adding to anything as far as the story at times. The main plot. Like it if anything, it added a pad of, runtime in the length. But I don't know. It was just, that part too was another one. The only story that was good was the last story with the little kid, Alex or whatever, and that was like semi-interesting. I felt like they should have dove more into the witch and her rituals and whatnot. I'm sorry I'm spoiling this for you guys, but like, yeah, because that was what the Alex kid, the last story. That was like the last 30 minutes of the film that it really started intriguing me. Like, I was intrigued from the start. Like, it grabs you and snatches you in for the ride of just curiosity, but then it's just some of, like I said, it's just some of the backstories within some of the characters. Like, who wants to know about a druggie, addict named James, you know, and his heroin addiction or whatever, his meth addiction, or the teacher being a alcoholic and a former alcoholic or whatever, and likes to sleep around with the policeman and whatnot. Like, it was just shit like that. That was like, and then the ending was wild. It was very shocking. I most definitely did not expect that at all or see it coming, but it just wasn't remotely scary. It gave me more of humor than anything. I was laughing, you know, very hard at the fact of the old lady fucking being ran down by children and whatnot. Like, that was just hilarious. That part right there really brought me to tears. But other than that, like, it was a few jump scares within the film. Like I said, those were the parts that really reminded me of, like, Drag Me to Hell and whatnot, in a sense. But this film wasn't even, like, scary. It was more, I'm tired of you guys saying this too, like, categorizing certain stuff as horror, well, when it's more of a thriller / drama. This one, in this situation, was more humor / horror, you know, but with a little bit of drama in there, you know, some melodrama. Not too much drama, but just mellow enough, you know. But yeah, this film I most definitely have to rewatch to really sit here and decipher where I want to rate it and position it in my rankings. But right now, it's like anywhere between like 7.7 and an 8 out of 10. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm sorry I changed it. The more and more I talked about this, and over time, of this review, I'm starting to think, yeah, it's probably like anywhere between that, 7.7 to an 8 out of 10. That's all I really got for you guys on this one. Thanks for always tuning in. For you guys who go check it out, leave some comments. Let me know your guys' remarks on this one. Like and subscribe. Support to the motherfucking corp. And so be it. To the motherfucking loo.